welcome to the latest episode of You Heard, where celebrities, content creators, and athletes tell us all about their NFL fandom. In this week's episode, I'm so excited to be joined by an actor, producer, and restaurateur, Matty Matheson. Thanks for joining the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
I love the hat. I love that you're repping the Bills. We know that you're from Fort Erie, Canada, which is right across the border. If people don't know, like 20 minutes away from downtown Buffalo. What do you love most about Fort Erie?
Well, I love that I live here. It's a beautiful town. We got the river, we got Niagara River, we got Lake Erie. We have incredible restaurants. We have, we got some bingo. Fort Erie, I feel, is known for bingo,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like it's just an incredible place to grow up. I think growing up, also like growing up in a border town is such an amazing thing. Like, growing up next to Buffalo has been such an amazing thing. My kids love going there now. I loved going there. It seems so special and so amazing to go over and go get some hot dogs or go to a game or whatever it is. And it's just I think having that kind of like big brother next to you or whatever it may be. But like, I think Buffalo and Fort Erie are a very good couple.
Yeah, good neighbors, you know?
Good
Fort
neighbors.
Erie, right next to Buffalo. I love it. Since you grew up in a border town and you're so close to Buffalo, when did you start cheering for the Buffalo Bills?
Well, I moved here when I was like in grade five. I moved here from like Nova Scotia, and I think it was kind of just like my dad, I didn't grow up in a big sports family, but I think moving here, it was just like I grew up in a house where my parents loved having people over and loved cooking and loved having like big parties. And so I think that and having the Bills was such a perfect combination of making, my dad would set up like big deep fryers and do wings, or he loved smoking stuff, so we'd always smoke like briskets or just cooking for a lot of people. And I think like that's the thing that like football specifically is so connected with food. And I think it's that thing of being like young and having, I got two brothers and a sister, and we got a pretty big family. And then like just having people around and like watching the game always. And it's even funny, like I remember back in the day, I remember my dad, he came home one time and he had one of those, remember like those giant TVs that weighed, they were like
Yes,
8,000 pounds.
yes.
I don't know. I don't even remember I remember he had a big screen. And I remember he came home with a big screen one time, and it was like, it was so crazy getting it down into our TV living room or whatever. But watching the game on that was amazing. And yeah, I don't know.
I remember those big screen TVs like were so fat in the back. It was like you have this screen, but there's like 5 feet behind the screen that you don't see, and it takes like 4 people, 5 people to actually move the dang thing.
Yeah, I think I think we just blew it up in the woods in the backyard. So I don't know.
That sounds epic. You mentioned your dad cooking some deep fried wings. We know Buffalo is known for their wings. What was your dad's specialty when it came to chicken wings?
I just think like when you think they're done, just leave them down a little bit longer. You
Mhm.
want a crispy wing, but he would always do like a dry rub. He would always make his own kind of dry rub. He would always make, just butter and Franks and just do like a typical like Buffalo style. We'd always get like big jugs of like big barbecue sauce. So we would always have like a barbecue, and then like a buffalo wing. Um, but yeah, they're very just kind of, regular. But it was amazing because you're just eating fresh, hot, deep
Yeah.
fried wings, outside. And there's kind of like nothing better than that.
That sounds incredible. You mentioned that your kids love coming to Buffalo. I hear one of your kiddos is a huge Bills fan. Who's his favorite player?
Well, it's hard to beat
Classic.
Josh Allen. He's what's not to like or love or admire, what Josh has done for the team is incredible. And yeah, it's funny because it's like he'll be like, there's somebody at school was wearing like a Chiefs hoodie. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, we live here. And I'm just like, yeah, that's right, Mac. You got to tell him. I was like, we don't wear Chiefs hoodies over here. And but it's so funny. He's 9 years old, and it is an amazing thing to just kind of instill that loyalty and show him to be proud of something. And it's an amazing thing to have the Buffalo Bills right there, so we can truly just be proud of them and stand behind them.
I love it. Well, speaking about being proud of the Bills, you got to be part of the Bills playoff hype video, the main character in the video, and it was about everybody eating. So, of course, we had you chefing it up as a part of the video. What was the best part of being included in that?
Just being asked. It is like it's a crazy thing. I still feel that I'm just like this kid from Fort Erie, and like me and all my friends, like everyone that I grew up with, like we're still such good friends, and all of our families are here, and all of our kids are here. And I think it's just like just seeing like genuinely how proud like my homies are from high school, and like how stoked and like geeked out they are is like an amazing thing where like that was the coolest thing. Like it first, like the Bills like wanting to put me on it, or allowing me to kind of like hype up and get stoked on it. But I think honestly, the reaction just from like my best friends growing up and them all hitting me up and being like, "Are you kidding me?" And like, I don't know, it is just an amazing kind of, it's an amazing thing for sure.
It's so funny. You're a part of so many different other things when go on YouTube, turn on the TV, and when you do a video like that, I'm sure you get some people who text you that maybe you haven't heard from in some time. It's like, dude, that was so cool.
Is it? Absolutely. And that's the best thing. It's like there's so much chatter online. So it is so nice to do something and be received so positively, and have like people that I genuinely care about. Like they don't care. Like it's, I can go and do like late night or go and do TV or do all this stuff. But I think making the hometown homies really proud is an incredible an accomplishment for sure.
Well, you were at a Bills game earlier this year, had a tailgate going on. What was the spread?
We just yeah, what did we make? What did I make? We brought some pizza and wings,
Okay.
but I brought my little pizza oven. Shout out
Yum.
to Gosney. And I just made pretty much like some steak and cheese sandwiches, and we just did that. And we had pizza and wings. We kept it kind of mellow, to be honest. Like we were there just a couple hours before the game. We didn't do a long haul. It was like an 8 o'clock game, so I think a lot of we got there around like 5, which I still feel is like maybe even like not that. I feel like it's a good amount of time. I don't really drink or anything, so it's like I'm not there, getting nuts. But I think we had some hot cheesy steak sandwiches that were pretty amazing, and some great wings and pizza.
All right, we're speaking about food. We've already jumped into this wonderful conversation. You're a part of and involved in and own several restaurants. You're on the show The Bear, which involves food. Food is such a big part of your life. What got you into food?
Um, I think I think growing up in a house where it really was about like there was always food for everybody, and there was always like my parents always like they never were like those people that like, oh, can I have a friend over, or can I, like my brothers were like, can I have a friend, like we were always like a very welcoming family. And I think restaurants should be that. I think the thing that I love about restaurants is hospitality, is taking care of somebody, being like, I made this for you. Like it is one of those things where I always like when people come into our restaurants, they're always like, this is so nice, or like, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, we made this, like literally we made this for you. This is for you. And it's like, I think that perspective is such a beautiful thing. And I think doing something for somebody else and feeding somebody is one of the most beautiful things in the world, and powerful things. Like giving somebody nourishment through enjoyment is something that is, you can't top it. It's an incredible thing and an incredible connection with people. And I really admire our whole hospitality industry. It's like it is a thing. You can have the best steak in the world. You can have the best, best taco or chicken wing, and it makes your day better. Like it is something that is, to me, I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Like to me, going to a restaurant is like going to a game. Like I'm so excited about it. I love the chefs. I love the people involved with it. Like it's like I get so, that is my sports, like it really is like going to restaurants is like me going to a game. I just truly, I love it.
I love that. Your first quarter, you got your appetizer. Your second and third quarter, you've got your main dishes. Your fourth quarter is your dessert. I could totally understand how food is like a football game. When it comes to food, what's the best meal that you've had recently?
Huh. What is the best meal? I don't know. I'll say like for our wedding, me and Trisha's like wedding anniversary, we literally went to Buffalo and we went to 911 Tavern and
Yes.
had their wings, and that's all we wanted to do for our anniversary was this. We went and spent the night in Buffalo and ate wings, and it was something, it was our, what was our 12th anniversary? 12? 11, 11, 12 year
You got it
anniversary.
right. You got it right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and it was just like some of the best wings I've ever had in my life.
Yeah,
So
9
what,
nine
what an
11.
amazing time. I'm sitting there with my beautiful wife. It's like
What's
nothing's
better?
better than that.
Sounds like paradise to me.
It was. And the corned beef sandwich was amazing, honestly.
Mm,
Like it was, we split the corned beef sandwich and then just a couple wings.
so good. What's your specialty dish?
What's my specialty
Yeah.
dish? Maybe chicken parm at Rizzo's.
Chicken
Rizzo's House of
parmy tasty
Parm. Our chicken
good.
parm is pretty special. I think we got it pretty dialed. It's an incredible chicken parm. Everything at Rizzo's is pretty special, but
You mentioned Rizzo's, which is a short drive for Bills fans, one of the restaurants that you own. If Bills fans have not been there yet, tell us
oh,
why it's worth a stop.
I would say honestly, I think Rizzo's is the cheapest meal in Buffalo because I'm like your dollar is I hate to say it, is smoking our dollar right now. So I'm like it's very good value. It's a family restaurant serving great Italian food. And I honestly think like 40% of our clientele are from Buffalo anyways. So it is such an amazing thing. It makes it just feel that much better, honestly. Like having that many people, even like when I was at the Bills game, we were walking around and more people were coming up to me about Rizzo's than like me. Like it was like they were like, we went to Rizzo's, and it was I was just so stoked, and it felt so good seeing that many people so stoked on Rizzo's, and yeah, it was really an amazing whole thing.
Let me tell you, the people inside this building love Rizzo's. It's like the talk of the town here. And if you get a reservation, people are like, I scored a reservation at Rizzo's this weekend. And everybody knows how awesome and how big of a deal that is. So, Bill's staff members absolutely love Rizzo's.
Everyone's welcome anytime.
When it comes
Appreciate
to restaurants, I think your number is up to 6, which is incredible. What's the coolest part about running a restaurant?
it. What's the coolest part for me? I think you work on these things for it. They're kind of like children. They take so long. Like, it's like usually like a year of like getting a space, developing it, renovating it, thinking about it, working on it, and then it comes to life. And to see how that restaurant makes people feel, you can't you can't fake it. And seeing, just sitting back and watching people eat and seeing them like when they eat, and if they like close their eyes and take that moment and they're like, holy cow, nothing beats that. And it just that's why I keep doing it. I think making people feel good through food is something that makes me genuinely happy, and it's nice to be happy. So it is, seeing somebody enjoy a meal still that's the top tier.
You just opened the Iron Cow Public House in Hamilton. What was the motivation behind opening that one up?
I think just I'm trying to think of like rooms that are fun and food that people can eat and not get too jammed up, and it's not so particular.
Mhm.
It's meat and potatoes. We're gonna definitely have, some bar food. We're gonna have wings. We're gonna have, a couple nachos, a couple dips and stuff, like some fun food. But I just wanted a room that's fun. And then when I thought of like what are the funnest restaurants, I'm like pubs, taverns,
Yep.
these old places that were these center holds for events. You'd go there before a game, you'd go there after a game, before a concert. We're just there to help add to somebody's experience. Also, like we're dealing with a place that's inside of like, an arena.
Yep, in
And
TD Coliseum.
yeah, the TD Coliseum. So it's like we're dealing with that. So we're already a part of something that's like people are like Sir Paul McCartney just played there. That's like a thing is like everyone's going to this place. And so it's just like we're trying to make a restaurant that is welcoming to a lot of different people. A lot of different people are coming from all these different areas. And also like I want to make like everyone was we posted like that we're opening and everyone's like we are open to the public. We're open regular hours. Everyone is welcome to come. It's not just open to like ticket holders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah, it is a place like along the way. We're going to the game. We're going. Toronto Rock are playing. You want to go see a lacrosse game? Check it out. You're gonna go see Nine Inch Nails. Check it out. Like it is an amazing thing that I can't believe it. And Hamilton is such an amazing city,
Yeah.
and just really proud to be a part of that.
Well, while we're talking restaurants, have you ever considered opening one up in Buffalo?
I
Come
think
on, we
honestly,
got you over here.
I love Buffalo, but it is like one of those things. It's like what makes Buffalo special is Buffalo. And it's just like what makes Fort Erie special is Fort Erie. And I think it's like I got Rizzo's over here.
Mhm.
If I opened a Rizzo's over there, then I'm like nobody would come over here. And it's just like I think that's what
Good
makes
point.
places special.
Yeah.
And I think it is a thing where I'm like I definitely don't need restaurants in every town. They're hard enough. And I think there's enough good restaurants in Buffalo. Um, and I'm just happy to go and I love going there and being a customer, being somebody that just loves going and eating at restaurants over there. So I think I want to keep it that way. But maybe I don't know who knows. But I think if the right thing happens, there's something. But I think it at this moment, who knows really?
Who knows? Who knows what's in store?
Yeah.
The moral of the story here is, guys, go over to Fort Erie, go over to Rizzo's and get some good food there.
Come on over. There's great pizza and wings over here. There's great food. There's great restaurants, great Chinese.
I've
There's
heard there's incredible Chinese over there. I have not been
Happy
yet for the
Jacks.
Chinese. I have heard about Happy Jacks. I need to
Grow
cross that off
up.
my list.
Shout out to Happy Jacks. It is their crispy beef is unreal.
Ooh,
It's crazy.
okay. You sold me on crispy beef right there. You play Neil in The Bear, which is a comedy drama series surrounding the restaurant business that has won and been nominated for so many different awards. What have been some of your favorite memories shooting that show?
I think spending time Chicago is a great city. I love first off, like my love of Chicago has grown greatly. I
That's where I'm
really
from. I love Chicago.
fantastic city. Incredible scene there. Um, I think just meeting the people. It is like having friends, and it is, everyone is so nice. Everyone's so amazing. Also, being a part of a thing that like we all came together a couple years ago, and we made this thing, and we love Chris Storer so much, like the writer, director, creator. Like Chris is like our my one of my best friends now. It's like it really, and I've known him for a long time, but it's like imagine getting just to make stuff with friends and or not make something with somebody and then becoming friends is even greater. And it's like being this team and coming together and building this thing. Like like also like the crew is like the sickest thing ever. There's like hundreds of people
Mhm.
from Chicago coming together and working on this, the riggers, the props, costume, hair, makeup, everybody. Like it takes so many people to put this on. And I think just becoming friends with the crew and meeting so many amazing people is such a incredible thing. And it's just like even on the bear, it's like we all eat together in the same room. It's not
That's
like we're all
cool.
like hiding off in the trailers or doing that whack
Yeah.
stuff. Like we're all there eating. Like I'm eating crafty next to everybody, you know? Like it is a thing where um I don't know. I think it's just the friendships. It is we get to make something.
Mhm.
Obviously it's truly a blessing to have an opportunity to work and build these things and make these things and then having the friendships that have lasted this long and will continue to last are like the best. You know, making the show is amazing. Awards and stuff like that, cool, but like, you know, I think it's just being able to like call a friend and talk to him is like nothing beats that, you know?
You know the restaurant business more than most. So when it comes to that show, how does it accurately portray a kitchen, a restaurant during peak hours?
Yeah, I think you know, it all depends. Every single restaurant is different. Every
Mm.
single chef is different. Every single experience is different. Like, first and foremost, we're making a TV show. There
Yep.
needs to be drama. There needs to be craziness. There needs to be, you know, maybe it's heightened, maybe it's not. You know, like there's restaurants that are way more intense, way more dysfunctional. There's restaurants that are way better, more like it is a thing, but it's just like I think it's showing people learning. I think it's trying to teach people not giving up on each other and believing in each other and showing kind of you know generational trauma of just of families and families, you know, it's like every day we're working trying to be better and life on life's terms. It's like everyone is coming from something. Somebody got a phone call last night that wasn't good.
Mm.
Everyone is like I've said this before, like we're all broken and we're all trying to come together every day and fix ourselves and show up for ourselves and work and trying to do something that helps somebody else have a better day. I'm trying to, you know, like it's like we're all trying to literally cook to feed people. And I think that like we are I think yeah, like the show is telling that story.
Mm.
And I think it's like one of those things where a lot of people are like, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's this or it's too intense or it's you know, like there's so many different takes on it. And yeah, there's so many different takes. Every single restaurant, every single
Yeah.
experience, every single chef you've ever worked for, every kitchen manager, every boss is different. You know, there's good, there's bad. There's good days, there's bad days,
Mhm.
you know? And it's about still just believing in each other, not giving up, and the good outweighs the bad. And we're all willing to stick around and fight for it and believe in it. And I think like that's what's the most important.
I think that's a great way to describe that every restaurant is different, every day is different. It's just like normal life, no matter where you're working in. Every place you're going to work in and every boss you deal with is going to be different from the last. We've spoken about your food, we've spoken about the bear, we've spoken about your acting, producing. What's up next? The fact that you're in a band, Pigpen. How do you have time for all of this? I hear you played a show in Buffalo too.
The show in Buffalo was the best show we've ever had
Let's
too.
go.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I don't know how I don't have time. I don't have time. I need to relax.
You play you play while you're asleep. You're like, yeah, I'm doing this.
It's just like one of those things like me and my friend like it's all guys from down here, right?
That's
So it's like
awesome.
people I've known since like high school and during the pandemic we like wrote this album and had you know during the pandemic it's like what do we do and like
Yep.
got a bunch of buddies back together, a bunch of friends that we've all known each other forever and we all you know we wrote this album and then you know we're like should we put it out and we put it out and then we're like should we play shows and then we play shows and then I guess you know we got a hardcore band and you know I guess we're doing it.
Very cool. You also have a clothing line that just released a small capsule. What is the vibe of that clothing line and where can people get it?
They can get it on our website. I think it's
Okay.
all just Rosa Ragosa,
Hmm.
all made in Toronto.
Very cool.
Yeah, just like nice workwear stuff,
Nice.
nice thick canvas, double knees, got a couple work chore jackets. Um, yeah, we got a new flannel coming out. We got some soft, like nice hoodies and jogging pants and good stuff. We're making it in Canada. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, if you need to do some holiday shopping, just head to the website and add some clothes to your cart. Sounds awesome. Maddie, thanks so much for taking the time to talk about all things food, all things the bear, and some Buffalo Bills. We love the conversation.
Thank you. Go Bills.
Go Bills and hope to see you back here soon.
Hey, I'd love to get there.